So in today's video, I'm going to talk about sports photography, and in this vlog, I'm going to talk about one of the biggest sports athletes I've captured recently. So I was at this event, and it wasn't really like a sports competition event. There was no awards, there was no trophies, there was no competition, there was no team versus this team. It was just a conference event, meet and greet, and it was more like a little, sit down exhibition, if you would. But it was who I captured. And first of all, I'd like to say thank you to Tyson Leon, the owner of the Leon Group, for helping me to get the opportunity to do this. And when I got there, I went around the whole venue taking pictures of tables, the scenery, the championship bouts, the merchandise, the fans. And then all of a sudden, I walk into this room and walking down this path. And all of a sudden I can see this banner and there's people lining up on the right hand side, and I could just hear singing, and it just felt like a film or something. It was just all coming in slow motion. I was like, what the hell's going on? As soon as I walk around a corner, there's another photographer there taking pictures, and Tyson Fury standing there taking pictures of the people, and I was like starstruck. I thought my camera right. And as soon as I Tyson Fury, I like dropped the camera, tried to start the settings and that quickly, and I started snapping away. And it was just mind blowing, man. Like, just to stand there and just look at someone that I've been watching for years competing against, Dylan White and Deontay Wilder. The first guy to beat Deontay Wilder, twice. And he's just right there, right in front of me, and I'm like, this is nuts. But anyway, so I took a few pictures of him, interacting with the fans, just taking pictures. It was for a long time actually. It was a good 10 or 15 minutes he was standing there. But then after that, he left, went backstage, and then the show began. So then I was just scoping around the venue, taking pictures of the Leon Group, the security men. I was taking pictures of the scenery as well. And then the live performances came on. They had like this auction where they were selling like Tyson Fury gloves, Tyson Fury posters, banners, anything Tyson Fury was selling it. There was one book that they sold. Some guy paid for like £25,000 for this book, but the book was nice. The book was like this big giant, diamond green, exactly like the WBC belt. You open it up, it has all the pictures of Tyson Fury. Some guy designed it, and he sold it for like £25,000 or 21 grand. And it was just crazy to think like some dude spent all that money on a book, But the book was nice, not gonna lie, but not even 21 grand, man. But anyway, then later on, I'm taking pictures at the front, and all of a sudden the lights got black, and then it's like, you see this big screen, right? And you start seeing videos of Tyson Fury, of the past that he's coming up. And then you see like Leonidas from 300 on the screen. You see the film 300, you see Leonidas standing there in the video. And then all of a sudden I'm standing there, right? And behind me the fans, and just put out the phones, put the flashlight on. And then you can just hear this music, but the music was like this cheering, like it had like this Roman Spartan singing kind of vibe. I'm just standing there looking around like, what the hell's going on? And it's just this noise and the visual around me, it was like crazy. It was like I was in a film. And all of a sudden, Tyson Fury comes out on the stage and he starts singing. And after that, he starts a conference and he starts talking about the things he's gone through. He's talked about the fight with Deontay Wilder, Dylan White, anything around AJ, he was talking about that. Not even going into details of what he was saying, but these kind of topics. And it was just one of those kind of situations where I was sitting there, like I was literally on the floor here, like leveled, and I'm like looking up at Tyson Fury taking pictures, because I wasn't really allowed to stand because people around me were just sitting down. So I was just taking pictures, right? And then he gets to a point where I just put down the camera, I'm just full blown mind blown what's going on. I'm just fun listening to him talk. And I look around the corner, some kid some guys just sitting and just like mesmerized with what's going on. I'm like, I'm like in the same situation. So I take pictures of this kid, like just, you know, mind blown. And I was just in the vibe with it. I was just, 1 minute I was there taking pictures, next thing my mind was just a fan. It was just back and forth between pictures and fans, being a picture and being a fan, you know. And I was just mesmerized, mate. It was just a crazy event. It was one of the best events I've done ever in this photography journey. And then after that, you know, he left the show, and then I carried on taking pictures for a bit. And then I went backstage, like snuck out through the curtains, and then I went into his father, Tyson Fury, and I'm like, oh, you know, he came out earlier on, you know, did a speech. No one expected it, neither did I. I took some pictures of Tyson Fury, but then when I actually didn't expect him to be like around the corner, so I literally just ran into him, like, oh, and I'm asking if I can get a photo. Like, I thought it was Tyson Fury as well, but honestly, it's just one of those like mind-blowing events. Yeah, it's one of those once-in-a-lifetime events I've been a part of, and I just want to like just go into like just tell the story about how I like took pictures of Tyson Fury, man. But I was just nervous, man. Like, it's crazy because like I was taking pictures, but then at the same time, it was just looking at him, and he's just tall and that, and he's like, it's weird because Tyson Fury's got this aura to him where he's got this warrior fighting aura to him. So his face is very serious at times, and you just don't expect that. And all of a sudden, as soon as he speaks, and as soon as he starts dancing to the music, then you see Tyson Fury, like what you see on TV, like the films, what you see in boxing, sorry. But when you see him like the first time like live, you kind of sense that warrior combat, you know, not persona, but like his aura is there. It's something that I've never seen on like TV. But when I saw him like dancing and vibe, and then you get to see the whole funny Tyson Fury, you know, characteristics of he is. But yeah, it was just one of those like mind-blowing events, man. I can't wait to see where this journey takes me as well, because, you know, I can only go forward now. I'm moving up. I've spent a lot of years taking pictures of celebrities, musicians, actors, politicians, president of Portugal at one point. I must have been about 18. And it's just one of the situations I think to myself, I wonder how far this is gonna go. Like, not even a bragging way, but more like a way where I just wanna like keep documenting this in a way. I wanna get to a point where I take pictures of J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. I wanna take pictures of P. Diddy, Mary J. Blige, Kevin Hart's another one. But, you know, I hope that I can look back at this video and everything I've just said, like who I'm gonna capture, it just manifests. That's when I get to. I wanna like watch this back 10 years from now and just see all the people who I said I'm gonna capture and done it. You know what I mean? Because it's just one of those kind of situations where, you, like for me, I spend the majority of the time in my bedroom editing. You know, I look out the window behind me, it's all sunshine and like it's all vibrant, and I'm just in my room editing. And then you think, you know, I just want to go out in it. I just want to go outside for a bit. You spend all this time just working, and then eventually these kind of moments come in, and it's just one of those mind-blowing, like, it's worth it, innit? Like, when you put in a work like this, it's just worth it the way it pays off. But yeah, even with Brit Asia TV, there's some stuff that's happened with Brit, I'm just grateful for. But yeah, I just can't wait to see what it takes, man.